We're back in Beltmatic and we have to make 619, so let's get straight into that. So 619 is a bit of an awkward number to make. We can't really divide by much. It might even be prime, I'm not sure. If it's not, there's very few numbers that can divide 619, or at least the ones we do have unlocked can't divide it. So I'm thinking about making 618 to begin with, and we can make 618 by doing 103 times 6, and to build 103, and then 618 add a 1. But to build 103, we can go for 7s and 3s, like 7 plus 3 gives us 10. Multiply the 10s together, then add the 3. So I'm just looking for 7 3s and 6s. So we got like a nice little setup going over here. Let me add 2 extractors. So we want to make 2 sets of 10s and then multiply them together. So let's get our adders going. Yeah, these adders. So these adders are making 10. We can make 2 sets of these, let's say, yeah, to make the 10s. Okay, so rotate this, rotate that. We got adders going here, and then these adders need to feed into, they need to feed into some more, into some multiplicators or multipliers. Sorry, not multiplicators. Is that even a real word? I'm not sure. Okay, so we have 10s being made, and then these need to feed into just some self multipliers. So I know we have some self multipliers somewhere around here, I think. No, not here. There's somewhere here. Why is this? Oh, because we don't need those anymore. Okay, we'll just leave that running that here. Okay, and then we can have these self multipliers. Cut those out there. And put that down here. And boom. These can just go on off the end of this, like that. And let's demolish this real quick and just add that belt in there. Okay, and we get 100s being made. Now we need to put our adding machine back in. We took the adding machine from here, so, and then we're going to add our 3s back onto this. Yeah, right here. So off the end of this, the 100s will go in, and then we can direct some more 3s back into here, and now we get 103 being made. So now we have 103 being made. We need another multiplication machine that takes 2 different inputs to do 103 times 6. So we have that right here, but actually we'll take this one. Yeah. So this will take in the 6s and 103s. And we'll just set up like this, which seems perfect. Extractor here, and then just line these belts up. And we have 618 coming out. And then we just need a 1, which we can take this one and put another adding machine into there. And then we should get 619. Yeah, we should have 618 here, perfect. And then when we add on to the 1, you know what, I kind of want to just see where this goes to when I just drag it straight up to here. Oh fuck, and then you copy the machine again. I wish I had like a little bank where you can store your recent copy to, maybe, like, you know how Windows you can see your clipboard like library or history or whatever. Okay, and then the 1's go into here, and then we get 619, and now we just need to feed this into this contraption. So the 14s are useless, I'm pretty sure. If I remember last time, yeah, 14s are useless. So we can just feed into that 14 slot up here. Oh yeah, that should be fine, but we just need to bring it up now. Oh, that's a bit of a trek to get there. But it's okay. So yeah, we'll bring it up here and go across straight there. And then we'll feed it right down. And when the 619s... Yep, 619 should be feeding through. Perfect. And we hopefully should see this be a constant like output. If we don't want a situation where this is slow. From what it looks like, okay, it's obviously clearing some of the backlog, but looks like it's operating smooth. Like there's no backup, like it's not getting backed up over here. These 103s are getting a bit backed up maybe. Actually, it looks like they're alright. They look like they're flowing smoothly. It's just these 7 and 3, but that's kind of expected. Okay, so we should have 619. Where are they? Yeah, they're on their way through. Okay, 619 should be done. Okay, let's see what we need to work on next. So these are upgrades and we are not building quite a lot of them. The 29s are actually quite slow as well, so we may want to look into getting those like churning out a little bit faster, but let's see what we need, what we haven't built. Okay, 3656 looks a bit crazy to attempt now, but 524, yeah, let's give 524 a go. So for 524, what's the best way of going about 524? 524 is obviously divisible by 4 and we get 131. Now 11 times 12 minus 1 could get us 131. 11 times 12 minus 1, and we just times it by 4. That seems like the way to go about it, but we don't have 12 unlocked yet. As you can see, extraction 12 is unlocked next. So we could do a 3 times 4, we could just wait until, and I'm kind of leaning on the side of waiting. But while we wait, let's work on a different number then. Okay. I say we up the speed of getting 75 and 29, like holy crap, these, like we need 11k 75s and we also need 9k 29s and they're coming at a bit slow. So yeah, let's work on getting the 75 up. Okay, 75 should be relatively easy. Okay, we have these 15s being built. We can just replace these 15s because I don't think we need the 15 anymore. We don't. So we could just replace this 15 with a way to build more 75s. And we can do that by getting a self-multiplicator or self-multiplier for the 5s before they get multiplied by the 3s. So let's try and add this in. Okay, so how are we gonna add this in? We could add it along the top right here. Yeah. Okay, so we want to demolish this path and have all the 5s just come, yep, 25s. And in they go, and just add another route so we get more 5s being made. Or more 5 times 5s. So this should, assuming I did everything right, start outputting us 75s. Yeah, there we are. Okay, we've changed the 15 to 75s now. Okay, so we're still a bit off with that one. Okay, so 75 should be going faster. What speed are they coming in at? Let's just check. 2.5 per second, but I don't think they've made it all the way yet. So yeah, there's that. Could I just add it onto the other belt? Like, do I need separate belts? Let's see how this plays out if I just add it to the current belt that it's going off of. Okay, so break that, go up there, and then just add it on to the end of it when it can fit in. Might be a bit slow, but we will see. You know what, let's add it onto both belts, I think, maybe. Like, if we add this one to that belt, and then, so now they're going through, now it should be a bit faster because some of the 75s are going over to the next position. Let's just add a few more of these. Anywhere there's a gap, it will try and fit in. And we just want to offset it. Yeah, so you see, so there. Okay, and we've freed up a pathway. I think for later might be useful. I might be over optimizing early, maybe. We'll see. But these don't look like they're getting backed up too much. We can add a little, like, if we do something like this, is this like memory? Like, this will be a bit like memory, because it'll just, yeah, it just keeps things flowing a bit smoother. Maybe it might eventually back up anyway, but it allows the first one to keep making and not get blocked off. So we have a little bit of a backlog there. It's looking like it's grinding to a halt anyway. I don't think that really helped, to be fair. Like, yeah, it's just okay. So we'll keep it like that anyway. How many 75s are we making now? Let's see. 1, 2, we're making 6 per second. You know what? Not bad. I think that's good. Okay, so the 619, it's a fifth of the way. Okay, let's look at the next number, 964. How do we want to make 964? 964 or 983? 983, what's the best way of making 983? 983 can't be divided by 3, it can't be divided by 7, can it be divided by 13? No. Okay, 983 is a really awkward number to create. So let's look at maybe 980. If we want to create 980, we need 98 times 10. And then add 3. So for 98, we could do 10 times 10, 10 times 10, and then minus 2. Yeah, that's a good option. We can also make 98 by doing 49. Oh, 49 times 2 actually, because that would be 7 times 7. Times it by 2, we get 98. Then times it by 10. And then, yeah, so I think we should go for 98 times 10, add 3, but do 7 times 7, and then find a place with a 7 and a 3 again. Where's 7 and a 3? We got 7s. We need 3s. 7 and a 3. I can't seem to find. Oh, fuck it. We'll just put a 7. Okay. Let's build 98 first. So we need 7 times 7. So let's get our self multiplier, which is right here. So with this, we got 49s coming out, and then we need to multiply this by 2. So we need 7 and 2s. We got a 2 up here, which we can bring down. So let's drop this in, hit right here. So now we got 49s existing. And then these go into another multiplier. Let's get one of those going. Here, we'll take this multiplier. And now this will help us with our 98. So we're kind of blocking off this 8, but so what? I don't want to block off that 8. Might need a layer, so I'm just going to build it down here. But it is what it is. Okay, so up goes the 49s. Now we need to bring the 2 down. And then we got 98 being built. Now we need to make 10. Yeah, now we need to make 10, so we can make the 9 and a 1, to be fair, 9 plus 1. But we can also make it with this 8. 8 and a 2. Yeah. So we need our adder. Okay, this will make our 10s. We're just gonna put this down here for now. Is there another 2 I can use? I can bring another 2 in from far away, but we'll just do this for now. So in goes our 8s, and then our 2s can... Our 2s can come from this side. Correct. The thing about this game is nothing costs anything, so you don't have to necessarily worry about like how big and how far away things are, which I feel like is a good thing. But you know, I feel like it's a mixed bag actually, because it'll be quite interesting to see if there was maybe making stuff as efficient as possible. But yeah, okay, so we got 10s, and then this is gonna build us 980. Okay, so we got 980, now we just need a 3 to add on to it. So if we build another adder machine, and just put it right here. Put it right here. So we have 980, and then get this 3 from here and just add it along to the path. And now we take this all the way to the base. So I need to get it easy path up there. Okay, that's going for a 1, so we can't do that. So let's just go straight. Let's go straight up. And then we'll bring it in like this into here. And hopefully... Yeah, we got 983. Okay, we got 983s going. If there's a way to make it a bit more efficient, please let me know. But I feel like this was the best way to make 983. I don't know. Maybe there's a better way, but yeah. It's a shame there's no like 10 extractors. It's only like... Look, there's no 10s anywhere. I feel like that would make our lives easier, but I get why they done it. Like, if you can make a 10, you can make 1,000 quite easily. You can make 100 quite easily. You know, you just multiply. Okay, so that's almost done there. So let's see what's the next number we need to work on. This is going to be a bit of a challenge, I feel. 964. 964. What's the best way to make 964? Well, that one's divisible by 4. Right, yeah, 964. And we get 241. It's not divisible by 3 because 2 plus 4 plus 1 does not equal a multiple of 3, it equals 7, so we can't divide it by 3. I don't know if you guys saw my last video, or I don't know if it was a video before, but a way you can know a number is divisible by 3 is by adding its digits up. So like here, like 618, right, is divisible by 3 because if we do 6 plus 1 plus 8, that equals 15, and 15 is divisible by 3, so 618 must be divisible by 3. So you add its digits up, and the number you're given, if you can divide it by 3, the number itself is divisible by 3. But anyways, so we need to make 964. So that's 241 times 4. We can maybe make 240. And then add a 1. Making 240, that could be 6 times 4 times 10. 6, yeah, so we could do 6 times 4 times 10, add 1, then times by 4 again. So let's find 6, 4, and 1. Okay, let's make our 241 1 by using these and then just multiply it all by 4. Okay, so first things first, we need our little adder machine and a multiplier machine. So let's get our adder for 10. Okay, so let's bring it up here and just place it down here. So now we have 10s being made. Okay, there's our 10s. Now we need a multiplication machine. Okay, that's doing self multiplication up here. Yeah, get our multiplication machine. And we need 2 of these. So we need 1 here for the 6 times 4. And then we need another one for the 10 times 24. And then we need another addition machine. I probably can lay this out a bit better, but we'll do this for now. No, I don't want copy. I want to drag this here. And then drag the 4 down into here. And then from here, we can just add on to the top of this. Yeah, I want to make it a bit more compact, so the way I'm gonna place it is, oh fuck, I didn't want to get rid of it. Okay, wait, we'll just copy again. Okay, so we're gonna place it a bit like this. Yeah, I think that'll be perfect. And then we'll have the 10s coming in like this. And this needs to come across. Wait, am I dumb? Yeah, I am a bit dumb. So the 10s need to come into the side actually. Or they need to come up. Yeah, they need to come up or into the side like this. Yeah, so now the 10s are going in to the place. And we can demolish this pathway. And then these just come up into this part over here and demolish this bit. And the bit we need to fix is that the 4s are actually should be coming up here. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. And this bit can be demolished. Okay, so yeah, now we have 241. Great. Okay, so now we need to get another addition machine. I can just copy this one, but it's a bit... Actually, let's just copy it. And now we get this other addition machine that we have. And you just place it like this and have the belts come up into here. And then the 1s just go down this way. And that should output 241. Nice. And then we just need another multiplication with 4. Well, let's just copy this. And then we can just place it here and get rid of these end bits and just drag this up to here and then drag these along here. So now it gets distributed across, and if we pull this up into here, if we should hopefully get 964. And we do. Okay, now we just need to feed it in. Oh god, there's no space. Do we need 496 anymore? We do. Okay, 496 isn't the choice. Do we need 21 anymore? Okay, we do not need 21. So I can get rid of this pathway. And I just need to bring all of these up to that pathway somehow. So I feel like if I go, okay, if I turn it around and go this way, yeah, and bring it across like that, and just feed it in there, and we should. Okay, we do. We have 964 exiting and heading to our base. Okay, that's perfect. That's so good, actually. Okay, so now we just wanna. What's our next number? Okay. So the next number we have to build is 524 and 36. Okay, the 75s have sped the fuck up. That's great right there. We need to upgrade our 29 output. Our 29s are slow as hell. How fast are 29s being built? Where are they? Are we even building 29s? We're not. Oh fuck. What happened to that? We'll just quickly build those. Because for 29 it's really easy. It's just 6 times 4, 24, add a 5. Yeah, 6 times 4, add 5. So we got 6s, 5s, and 4. Okay. We do need to build a 20. Do we need a 30? Okay, we got to upgrade. Yeah. Okay, that's been upgraded. But okay, do we even need 32? I don't think we need 32. So yeah, we can just feed that into here. But let's find the 6 times 4 somewhere. We got 6s and 5s. Where the 4s? Where the fuck are the 4s at? Okay, 6, 4. Yeah, we'll do 6 times 4 first. Okay. Let's drop an extractor. That's pretty poor. Okay. Us forgetting not having those 29s complete yet. I bet like we won't need them again after we get this little bit complete as well. Okay, let's get our multiplication machine. Oh, and we've just hit our checkpoint. Okay, let's quickly get these being built, and then we'll work on the next number we need to reach. Okay, so in they go here, in they go here, and then let's get our adding machine. Oh, to be fair, we do have some adding machines. So if we just copy this little layout here, we can just stick it onto. Okay, first let's demolish this. And if we just copy this little end layout here, like now, we just stick it on top like that. And then all we have to do is feed the 5 right into there. Did I stick it? Oh, I didn't do it correctly. Fuck. Okay. Let's demolish this pathway. Let's redo that. Okay, here, 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 here. Here. Okay, so all the multipliers goes into the A's, and then the 5s will just go into the B's, and that should be perfect. Okay, we got the 29s being built, and now we just need to feed them in. Okay, we need to feed them in properly. So let's just bring it down to here and then drag it across and right down into the 32s, and we'll get rid of these 32s that are being built. Perfect. Okay, let's get, you know what, we can get rid of all of this. This is a bunch of rubbish. What's going on here? Is this building 21s? And this is a bunch of rubbish. Okay, we got rid of some of the rubbish. We can also get rid of this rubbish. Do we even need for you? Probably not, but we'll keep that going and get rid of this. Okay, So now we need to make 720, which is kind of perfect because like we've just unlocked 12 and 720 is just 72 times 10 and 72 is just 12 times 6. So we can do 12 times 6 somewhere. What do we unlock from this? 13. 13, a prime number. Prime numbers are big W's because we can't make those easily. Like, we have to add to make prime numbers. With numbers that aren't prime, we can always just multiply to get that. But okay, so we have a 12 and we have a 6, so we can make 72 quite easily there. And we can use a 6 and the 4 to make 10. Yeah, that's perfect. And then we can use the 10 to, yeah, okay, we can use the 10 to make the 720. So we need 3 multiply setups. We need 2 multipliers and an addition setup. Okay, so first things first. We get multipliers into multipliers and addition into addition. Okay, we should have something of that kind of sort somewhere, surely, right? Like an addition on one side, a multiplier on one side into a multiplier. But even if we don't, we'll just copy our setup like we usually do. Okay, so rotate that. Okay, so we'll get the 6 and the 12 going to make 72. So from here we have 72 being made. And we can destroy that. Okay, perfect. And now we need our addition. We could use a double addition, yeah, screw it. Or just one, actually. Yeah, let's just use one addition. So we got our addition. Okay, so we need to add the 6 and the 4. Oh, how was this cut? This was cut kind of weird. Okay, wait, so this one takes us to the A's, so this should go up here. And then this takes us to the B's, please. Okay, yeah, the 4s are all going to the B's, that's fine. And then let's bring the 6 to go to the A's. And then let's copy another multiplication into here. Like that. Drag this along. Have those come out here. And boom, straight into here. And this, we want to get rid of that part and just make it a normal one like that. And we should be getting 720. Now it's just about figuring out where it's going to come in from. Because we have 29s, we have 75s, we have... Do we need these 33s? Wait, let's see what we are making that we don't need. 33s we don't need 19. Where's the 19s being made? We don't need these 16s, surely not, right? Yeah, we do not need... Okay, let's get rid of these 16s. And feed that right through there. Okay. Did we line it up perfectly? No, we absolutely did not. Okay. If we just stack it up to here. And just feed it through 720 being made. And we got this little, like, I like this little pattern going on here. We got like a lot of things going over each other and stuff. Okay, but nonetheless, we have 720s. Yeah, 720 being made. Perfect. Okay, so on to 524, right? So for 524, what's the best way to make that if we think about it? We also need to make 169. We're not making no 169s if we look at our thing over here. 169 is just 13 times 13 though. But anyways, let's go on to 524. So 524, we needed 131. So we're going to do 12 times 11 minus 1 for that one. So we need to find a 12 and we need to find an 11. We have a 12, 11 and a 1. We have 11 and a 1, we have 12. I just want to find a good placement for these. Yeah, we'll build... Okay, we'll build it here. Is there any better placement actually? I wish there was like a search for these numbers near each other within this close to my base. But you know what the real issue is going to be? It's being able to feed into this thing, because there's so many numbers that are useful. And I guess, wait, we are building 169s. They're already coming in. Perfect. Wait, why is it not showing here? Oh, I'm blind. There it is. 169. Okay, anyways, let's continue. So let's find our 12, 11 and 1. We'll just use this little setup down here. Okay, so first we need to do 12 minus 11 times 1, and then we need a 4. A 4's up here. Okay, perfect. So first things first, 12 times 11. That's pretty simple. But we're going to want one of... I know I have some multipliers going into subtractors, yeah. But it's a multiplier going into subtractor. I need to make a new setup for this one. Yeah. Okay. Let's copy... You know what? I want to make a new setup for this. Because I want the... Wait, what speeds are they working at? I need to know the speeds. So the subtractor is working only slightly slower than the multiplier, so it's not a big deal right now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna copy the 8 setup we got, and then we're gonna make 10 subtractors, because yeah, that will line up like perfectly. So we got the 12 coming in. Nice. Then we got the 11 from here coming in. And that output, we can get rid of that. And this outputs 132. Okay, they're all filled up. And then this 132 needs to go into all these subtractors. So they need to go into the A slot, the 132, and in the B slot we need the 1s. So how are we gonna lay this out? If we just lay it out here, yeah, just lay out like 10 of them like this. Yeah, let's do 5 and just see how that works. Yeah, if these go in the A slot like this. Okay, that's perfect. Let's copy it. Okay, there we are. We have 132s going in like that. And then we get our extractor. And just feed a row of 1s into here. And then these feed into a new multiplication. Like, okay, we'll just do this for now. We can rotate the direction of the, or flip the direction of the path in a second if needed, or layout. And now we need a 4, which can come out from here. And we just copy our multiplier, place it down like this. Yes, we'll place it down like that. And our multiplier feeds into there. And our 4 comes down right into here. And this should give us 524. And now we just need to get it into here somehow. And do we need 66s? Because I'm getting rid of those 60. We don't need 66s. Okay, execute order 66. But we don't need that. So what we're going to do now is just drag. Do you want it to go this way? Oh wait, this is delete. Whoops. I think we want it to go this way. Yeah, and just drag this all the way up. Or like that. And that goes through something. Okay, we just want to drag it all the way up. And it just tags onto this and goes up like that. And we have 524 being built. Okay, let's just watch it and make sure it's correct. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so yeah, 524 being built, where it's going up. It should be going up, draining in here. We have our 720 being built. And what else do we need built now? So we have our 29s going a lot faster. We have our 964s almost done. We have our 983s almost done. Okay, we need these big numbers, 2677 and 3656. We need an exponential machine. We absolutely do. Because I feel like for those big numbers, the multiplications are going to get quite crazy. And I think for now, I'm going to leave it here for today. If you have any ways of making these big numbers easily with what we do have, we'll unlock 13 next episode, so keep that in mind. I'll probably just let this go and get the unlocks. But if you have any way of making these big 4-digit numbers that you can just think of off the top of your head, definitely do let me know. Yeah, okay, and these 524 should be on the way now. Okay, but if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and let me know how in the comment section what you thought about this video. Even if you didn't like it, I'd really like to know and have some constructive feedback. But for now, we're going to call it there. And remember, if you guys can figure out a way to create these massive numbers, 3656, 2677, let me know. And yeah, we'll do that in the next one. I'll catch you guys later. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, we got an upgrade. Never mind. Let's upgrade first. Okay, we've added another number to the list of what you guys need to figure out. Another 4-digit number. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.